one thing that maybe we can tell guys right now. How much were you paying me? Now that you could not afford me.
And was it even consistent? You would be paid maybe once and you wait.
I got paid once, my friend.
You wait.
Once.
They tell you to wait for.
I was paid once.
Check you be clearing.
What are you talking about it being paid in once I received, and this actually was a tough call because I also realized how universities work. That universities are not a place where things will move fast as much as you want them to move fast.
That's how I left.
If you get to be hired, there has to be approval from the senior management. That is Senate. They decide your fate even when you're getting expelled. These are the guys. And we used to attend those. I don't know how many meetings you attended. Now the Prof.
I never stepped in Senate. You guys, I think when I left, things actually had not really formed. When you guys were there, you formed up things that were much better. Actually.
Now this is what happened, and I believe in this process. So every time I would, maybe even you should host Dr. Mwanza here. We used to drive with Dr. Mwanza's car sometime when he's speaking his key, because I used to go to the Gong Road where I used to live. So we used to discuss a lot of things, and I used to give them. So maybe the next day you see him with so many ideas. Those ideas discussed in the previous evening. And one of the ideas was like, for us to really make an impact, we need to find a way to involve the industry. And one of the ways is maybe through different sort of summits, events, or not. And then you remember me writing a concept note for Cloud Summit.
Class Summit,
I'm getting there. Class Summit.
Yes, I remember Class Summit.
But I think by this time you had checked out.
But you had started. I think I remember Class Summit. I do remember. Did it happen? But I remember when you're doing the concept.
No. This is Class Summit. Started with Class Summit. So we invited Angani.
I was there.
OLX.
Yes.
All these guys.
Angani, and even thereafter we
Google, Microsoft. We went to several meetings at Safaricom because by then cloud was a thing. And this is one thing I want to make clear. Guys in Africa, we normally experience technology when it's 10, 15 years late. So we always laggards. And the only way you can always be up to speed, normalize attending big conferences like MWC, go for Apple, conference, dev conference, go for Atlassian Summit. These were some of these things are discussed and announced, and white papers are shared.
And going, and maybe just I want to emphasize, going is different from you. The good thing there is democratized. You can view videos.
Yes.
But videos will need you. Who is disciplined to watch like as if you're in that event? But when you go to the event, sometimes even most of the events, even you'll tell me the truth that don't attend the session most of the times.
Yes.
You attend one or two, but it's networking.
The networking.
You meet someone tell you, maybe from VMware, they tell you about what's happening. You meet this person, tell you, oh, come to my session, do it.
But you see, if we attend more of us, we can attend all the sessions. Because I'm one person, and these sessions are happening at the same time.
Yes.
So I emphasize that in the community, but also I feel like I should say that here, because at the end of the day,
it's really important.
That changes everything. And that actually goes to the now Nairobi Innovation Week.
Yes.
Now I understand it's going countrywide. And then I realized that even to get 500 bob, the Senate has to approve. And Professor Oyema, maybe even Professor Oyema should host him at some point. This guy is really smart. He's knowledgeable. He has written all these strategies. He has shaped the way most of these things. Yeah. So he says, I think this. No, me I pitch to Mwanza pitches to Oyema. So Cloud Summit we do it. The turn up wasn't that good. But Mondo Gatabaki, who was running for Kiambu governor, the wife to our now strategists. What is the name of this guy? David Ndii.
Oh, really?
Yes. You don't remember. The summit happened, but the turn-up wasn't that great. But Mondo Gatabaki came, a couple of guys from the ministry, some of the DGs, Director Generals came. And
also came.
I think so. He also came. Now he came, and then I'm like, Chief, we can do something better. Because I see, this was just a launch pad.
Yeah, just testing the
Why can't you do, we don't have an innovation event. By then, there was no innovation event where people could come and share everything. We used to have Friday, which is, guys, if you don't know, radiation was Nanda's creation. Yeah, we are just
for me, naming for me is usually comes so easy. So radiation, ideation plus Fridays.
But I was just an implementer. Yes.
I
was just an implementer. Maybe I should start one year.
Radiation.
Yeah. So radiation is where guys could come and pitch ideas. We poke holes. Some of them we become co-founders or we help with the website or design or whatever. So we pitch this and then we say, okay, why don't we even launch a challenge to create the logo for Nairobi Innovation Week? So that we create also awareness. And we launched this on our social media. Some guys, I don't know, from the engineering school created a very beautiful logo, culminating from the University of Nairobi logo. Now I see they have even changed the branding. So with this now, we decided it should not be a one-time. We should just form a strategy that could actually go for 15 years. And then we do the retreat in Naivasha. I don't want to say the backstory of even making that happen, but we do the retreat.
That time I've left. That time I don't know.
You're almost leaving.
No, I think I left because Nairobi, the week itself when it's happening, I wasn't there.
Yes.
But then I came to the second one. I came as an exhibitor. I exhibited Kazi Plus in the second.
Yeah, because
series.
the strategy was created in towards the end of 2014. I have not lost my track of that.
Yeah. So for me, I left like C4D end of 2014.
Yes. So you're almost leaving. That's what I'm saying. You are checked out. At this point, you are checked out. But interestingly, when we went for this retreat, there was some sort of party. So me, I'm thinking, maybe at least I'll get something.
At least you get something at
Chief.
last.
So the CC determines what you get.
Which CC?
Your car's CC.
Oh.
Chief, did I have a car? I'm saying, anyway, at the end of the day, for me, I'm always like, let's make the change. However we do it, doesn't matter. As long as the change is there.
I think that actually, that's something that that's the picture that I didn't have, like, even when I was leaving C4D Lab. It was more I didn't like the way things were being done. But I think over time, you come to appreciate that because we are human, we'll do things different ways. Yeah. So over time, I've come to learn. Like that time, Doc wanted more of research to get money so you can do the other stuff, which is true. Like you have to get something to do the other thing. For me, I was saying, even with the mega resources that we have, we can shortcut this. So we're seeing two different routes to a solution, and then that's how we started like getting to knock each other's couldn't agree on some of these strategies. And then I said, for me, it was more like, it is done this way. That time, I was so radical. Like, it is done this way or I am going.
So, just to finish this, when I get back from that retreat, I started now questioning, why am I out doing this? Because I saw the budget, I saw what was happening, I saw how people got, even we had some external consultants. I saw where they go and everything. I'm like,
and then the people were doing the real stuff.
Chief, this was my idea.
Because those are the guys who were just coming for that day. And even after that day, they forget about everything they said there.
Yes.
Yeah.
This was my idea. Don't forget that. Maybe anyone can have a different opinion, but the initial. I might not have done, what Senate could be palatable to the Senate, but even when it came to like, how do we get this out of the university? How do we get this across the country? I remember even I have those write-ups. I keep them for the reference to just remind me why I was doing it.
Yes.
And the beauty of it is, as long as I did not get rewarded or compensated, because I did this actually pro bono. The
way I called you, like, just come and
and out of
maybe we started it wrong, like
no.
You having pro bono stuff and needed
it. So, but I believed in the journey. Because at the end of the day, for me, it's always like, how can we make a difference in our lifetime? So when I got out of that, and then I'm like, doctor, things are thick. I already had a partner, and we had a kid. This is one thing you didn't know.
Yes.
That particular
I know about the kid. Because when I came to see you, even you gave me a chicken for Christmas. One of the Christmases was 16.
I don't know if you didn't meet
meet
they
her,
had gone to Shago.
Or maybe at the time she had gone.
So I said, man,
So now
me,
your life finance.
things are not good. I have arrears, all these things are happening. And I don't like giving people my problems.
Yeah, you never talk about anything about you are this kind of person who you just you are payer too full. Even some of the things you have said in this podcast, I'm knowing them for the first time. Even after being with you all these years, I'm knowing them now. Even how you grew up, we never even talked about how you
I will.
guardian and all that. Yeah,
I will. Anyway. I definitely will at some point. So, by the way, Doc was really more than kind. He wrote me, I think, around $500 check. Or 50K Kenya shillings. and I went and sorted a few things. But nevertheless, I felt like, you know what? At least you can see the value we are providing. I see you guys justifying for this amount here and there. But I feel like this growth process is kind of a bit slow. Given with the responsibility and everything.
Yeah.
And I decided now, at this point, I feel like I should be looking for. And then you left. You were the guy who come and let's. And then you left. So that also
brought you in and
felt the guy who brought me is leaving. What's happening here? So fast forward, I attended the first innovation week to see if really, that. Even inviting all those guys, I was like, why don't we invite the best innovators? The lean startup book writer.
Did he came?
I think he came. If I'm not
not the lean one. No, the one who came is the author of Startup Nation.
Startup
from
Nation.
Israel.
Sigel. Exactly. Yeah. From Israel. I don't know if it's from Israel.
Yeah, from Israel. Yeah.
So when I saw that, I felt like I've done it.
You've done it. Yeah.
And now there's a strategy. So of course this thing will scale with or without me. And now what you don't know is that a lot of professors started showing up on our, I think. Was it sprints? You remember normally I used to have meetings in the boardroom with Prof.
Really nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
So one day I come, I used to be the secretary.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I come and the boardroom is full of professors.
What's up? But I start feeling like this is a change now. This is
I'm like, how old am I again? And then the discussion that culminates from those professors is like, there's a lot of disconnect. I feel like this idea has grown beyond me. And what am I getting out of it? Most probably zero. Am I growing? Of course, I'm growing from the knowledge of these guys. Even we went to meet the Professor Magoa, the late. One day, 4 a.m., I was telling guys here, you met Professor 4 a.m. And remember now I have to connect with the public transport to make it to the meeting. Because it was important. There's some points I was to contribute, but I realized there you just tell the senior guy to say, because it goes with the levels. So if a professor has not contributed, it doesn't make a lot of sense. Even a doctor sometimes has to communicate through a professor. Oh my goodness, what world is that? So, and I remember also Professor Magoa because, Mbithi. Then it was Mbithi. Magoa left.
The deputy.
I think Magoa left in 2014, no?
No, you're still there.
He was there.
Magoa just left after the Uhuru government, I think.
2013. Kimathi government. 2013.
Yeah, he left 2013 to do the neck. Yeah.
Why do I feel like we met with Prof. Magoa for the initial meetings? Before even we go
Maybe when I was at school, I remember he was there.
He was there.
No, I don't think he was taken to do neck immediately when Uhuru came in power, but maybe mid-term thereabout.
Yeah.
Maybe even the second, actually, no, sorry. It was actually the second part of Uhuru's government.
Yes, in 2014 he was there because the guy we met. But by the time we were doing that communication, that's when we had Professor Mbithi. You see. So, and that's my story with Sivo. Now, fast forward, now I see this innovation week have scaled across the country. So every country wants to do it. Now even the...
countries want to do Innovation Week, eh?
No, they won't. They are doing. So it shows you how powerful that was. And now UK, I don't know if it's USAID, there are a couple of NGOs who are contributing to that. And I believe this actually will change the dynamics of people accessing knowledge and also coming together to see what they're building and whatnot.
But I want you to pause there and maybe we just talk about this part. I'm sure you've really grappled with these community things that you do like you try maybe to convince people. Just truth be told, it's hard sometimes to put the numbers, the actual, like what. Now you're telling someone, what will you get from this? I think people have to look at it in terms of just it's like an investment for the future. Normally, you don't have the numbers.
Yes.
Can you put a number on like how will have known that market force would be 42 million, like
5-6 years?
And that's the raising. I'm sure normally you raise 10%. So I'm sure it's maybe a $400 million company right now.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know the cap table, but maybe.
Yes.
Just looking at because you raise most times 10% of your valuation most of the time, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So.
Yes. Yeah. So if we think that way, and you brought up very good point that sometimes people think short term, ROI, but they forget that even a child is not born walking, so you have to be patient.
Oh, like you're asking a child, what is the ROI of this child now?
You see,
I think we should look at community as child. Actually, okay, that's a very profound.
It takes over 18 years for someone to bring anything valuable.
And normally, even I don't think our parents, after you've now been here, your parents will start doing ROI now.
Exactly. You see,
there'll be ROI, yes, but there'll be no like calculation.
Capitalism is not bad, but to some extent it becomes
it's messed up.
Yeah. So I think after that, now you went to do other things, and one of the things that I want us to mention as we conclude is the book that you wrote. You are published.
So I went and first. So what happened was. But there are some things here that I'll jump, but really it was pivotal. 2015 was pivotal in my life. You know why I was leaving also? Maybe I never told you.
Maybe we had that discussion on the side, but
maybe but die. But what really happened was, my contract was still going on, the university contract. But this time, because I felt like I would not be with the university, I think, for the next that 2015 year. So I felt there's no need to renew and maybe leave me afterwards. I was this person who I've learned better these days because of bills. Don't leave a job without have another job. Well, get the other one, sign, and then come and say, it's been real.
You are joining Facebook or something?
So no, I was interviewing with FB had some interest, and Google also. Now the Google one, let me just say the truth. Google one, I said, this one Nikonai. This is Ginwa Sekayo. This one is we've taken it. This one we've taken it because they're looking for a community manager. And I was already doing this is the kind of thing that this is why I thrive.
I've been doing it.
It's
a no-brainer.
We've done deep CI, we've done done everything, right? So I said I'm even overqualified because most of my interview, but I had interviewed Google also like for internship sometime back. I never got it when I was in like second year, third year thereabout.
Google Summer of Code.
So this one of just community stuff, I said this one I'm overqualified. So actually I interviewed, and actually I was sure I was getting. So even when I'm leaving,
you know that for sure.
When I'm leaving here, I know like this one is going through. Man. They come and tell me like,
too bad.
We went for another person. Man, that one crushed me because I felt like.
What do I do?
And sometimes you've done stuff for this company. Sometimes like you were doing. There's a time people don't know, but there's a time I was not. People used to think even I work at Google because I was doing like Google was like everything, breathing Google. I was like evangelizing for Google like nothing. So and then of course they took me even. Google I/O.
Had you started DevC by the way now that you're talking about communities?
No, DevC no. Okay. This is 2013 when I go to Google I/O. 2015 still. So DevC we started in 2016. The guys who left Google who went to Facebook and they knew me. So one of them is called Emeka. Emeka knew me and hey chief, we're starting something new. Do you like to help? That time now I've been off the community for like a year, but I feel like
you're crushed.
But this thing is like a calling sort of. Like community, just if it's in your heart,
it's not a job.
If it's in your heart, it just. So I said, okay, maybe let's do it. So I helped like set up the DevC. Yeah. But anyway, when I was leaving, I knew I'll get the Google one because it was a local job here. No, even the interview there was no coding. So I said, I have it. So it didn't work out. So I feel like that those were among the things that were spiraling towards my. Actually, I went into depression.
Oh, really?
Yeah. but you don't know because I just disappeared. That's the time you didn't get me on a phone number. I was like, I just disappeared. Like I was a bit depressed. Like maybe a few months, maybe 2 months, even. Even when I'm joining Nandaa, I think I was not at that.
Yeah. Because after joining Nandaa, that's when we established base. Yeah, even started seeing you in the community.
Yes. Even when I'm joining in June, I was not fully like. I was just fully. So, but Nandaa guys were really good. Even I've just been with Nad, one of the co-founders who actually interviewed me and got me to the. So, joined Nandaa. And now, so it was at the time of just rebuilding. So, that time now, I'm learning that you cannot control your life. Because that time I thought I'd be a professor. Now,
you're on another path.
Right?
Yeah.
I've dropped off from my master's. Now I'm no longer doing a master's. So I know for sure this professor thing is not going to work.
Yeah.
So that one, like, done deal.
Yeah.
That in that mind, that time. But I didn't know that maybe this is for the young people. Like, never constrain your life in a particular thing. You can actually go and do Mjengo for 5 years and go and be a professor for that. It's okay. Like, don't think that it's always a path of.
You can pivot anytime.
Yeah, pivot. So I didn't know about pivoting. I thought, like, I have to follow this path. So and so I had that tunnel vision. Like I was just feeling like now I'm lost. So that was I think that compounded towards my depression.
Yeah.
And also it was so it was happening, like, I don't know what this phenomenon is, where sometime in your life, like almost 3-5 things could be going wrong at the same time.
And you don't know what is.
So like it was like I don't know if it's a domino effect. This one causing another because I was also broken up with my girlfriend in 2014, end of 2014. I'm leaving C4D end of that 2014. I'm going to computer. I went working with the Prof now, Prof Dongo, for the 3 months before now leaving SCI. And then when I leave, I got rejected from Google. And now
it's done.
So that was a tough time. It was a tough time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even after in the other podcast, I told the story. Like it's a long story. Actually, even how bad it was. Like I found myself I didn't know that when you have depression. For me, because most people we don't know about depression. Like this is the very
me too. I don't. To be honest, I don't.
So because you don't know that it's only when someone tells you, like, you realize. Because I became paranoid. I feel like there's someone who wants to kill me. No one else. Even if he'd asked me today, who was it? So now we go back and find out who it was.
So you could not go out of the house.
Now even I knew. No, even leave alone come and go in your house. I knew that now they know my house. They'll come from my house.
Who was this?
I don't know. And then what I do is there's even a night I spend in there's a place called Kebwagi. Is it Kebwagi?
Where is that? Which area is that?
Or let's say, you're in Karen, you're going to Ngong. There's a forest on the left.
Yes.
Before you go to Ngong forest and all that.
Yeah.
There's a forest that connects Ngong and Kiserian.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the way to Kiserian.
Yeah. You can go to Kiserian that way. You can go to... Before Kiserian, what is the other place?
I'm not conversant with the Kiserian.
Oh, from Kiserian. So before Kiserian...
But I know I've never cycled around that place. So.
Yeah, now even I went through there recently. It's now a tarmac. At that time it was not tarmac. The tarmac now you can connect from that Ngong to Kiserian. Tarmac, yes. Yeah.
Me, I've used it when it's tarmacked.
Oh yeah, then it was not.
Yeah.
So I could spend there like a night.
Alone?
Yeah.
Doing what?
I feel like that's the place I can hide. So it's so funny.
It was that bad?
It was so funny that you're going to hide a place where you're most actually like... because now someone told me that there's a place for the extrajudicial killings. They dump their people. So you can imagine if I ever met those guys and they say, oh, now they'll know
But Prof, I know you never used to get enough sleep.
Yeah.
Do you think that also contributed?
Of course. Everything, like I've come to realize, sleep, stress and all that. Yeah, it really contributes. Like for like, but it's funny. It's like they work like in circular. Stress
it builds up.
So let's say stress will make you not sleep, and then I keep going. It's a circular.
Hey, Chief.
It's a circular.
Nowadays, at least things are good.
So when I noticed that, I just after that time. my life, I think it was a good thing that happened. The good thing, bad things in life is they make you, they sort of make you, thank you.
Yeah.
Halfway through the, actually 3/4 way. The good thing, bad things in life, they sort of, when you've gone over them, is when you start realizing how they made you better. But when you're in it, you don't see it.
It looks dark.
I don't see it. But when after I saw, so it made me, after that, I think I'm never in a hurry about life.
Yeah.
So even work, you cannot come and maybe wave a check at me like, because it's a big check, so you can tell me like, we can give you this, or you can. So for me, I do what I love. Like, you cannot come. Let's say my current job. I don't say where I work, but if my current job happens, like you come, so you come and tell me that I want to hire you, give you double. It doesn't really matter to me. Money does not really matter for me, unless whatever you are hiring me for is really like. So I'm passionate about that area, right? Then
you just want to build, or you want to be part of that process.
Yeah. So and then I'm not in a hurry, like making the money and all that. So that makes me a very poor. So I'm a very bad. So I've just been thinking about myself, like, and that was the way you asked me, like, who are you? I think I'm an inventor. I invent stuff. I like ideation, ideation and all that kind of things. Yeah, I like ideation. I like. But I cannot run a business. Just I don't have agreed. Like I'm not an entrepreneur. I've come to agree that I'm not an entrepreneur, but I can actually give you an idea that can change. So that I've known. So it's easier. Like if I was to run something, I know who to get. Get another, like someone who may be good in the business side and the numbers and all that, and then so that's what I'm working. Like most times I'm working, trying to get more guys that. Like-minded, but they have better strength than myself. Because for me, once I have ideated and I've built that thing, I lose like that's overlapped. That's like that was my thread to build.
I see.
The running, but the build, like coming with that new invention. That's my end.
Nice.
So I end up being like a serial. I'm not going to say serial entrepreneur, but I'm a serial innovator. Because you say inventor, maybe it's like a new thing. So most of the things that I do are not new, that sort of just remixes. So I mean, just an innovator. So I'm a still innovator. I like didn't go into the things that I've been working on and things that I have in pipeline. So I always have something always going on. Yeah. So like,
you want to mention maybe 2 or 3?
2 or 3. So over time I've been trying to just utilize the strength that I have and my passions to build things that matter to me. So I love music. So sometime last year, I was trying to start off to build something called Sauti Gang. So Sauti Gang basically is it's supposed to be a software engineering, a sound engineering company. Yeah, so it's all about sound. Like I wanted to go beyond like normal production, but I want you, like a producer for such a show, to be my customer. Yeah. So I'm trying to, just right now we're in the research phase. Like we're just trying even to think about, can you have, and I saw actually these guys, Scarlett, they came up with something close to whatever I was thinking about. Like where you can do a podcast just in a pop-up, like you can go to even, let's say you go to Java and you just have a small box, you connect the mics and you do a podcast, just like a portable, more portable than this is also, of course, it's purely, it's a bit portable, you can quickly move it, but I wanted like something like even on top of a car or whatever place, you can do a podcast and stream and all that. So that's what I was thinking, some of the things I was thinking about. But of course, right now we're just in the research, trying to learn how to build things like plugins for doors. Just sound engineering research. So that's a long one. That's what I think. That's something I would like to do in the lifetime now, because I love music.
Moonshot.
I love music. I love music. So that's like when I always tell guys, like when I retire, like from coding, I would love to be like a producer. You're already a producer. I love to be like you now. Going to like, I love like sound and production stuff. That's what I would like to do, like just for life, rest of my life, if I'm not coding. And coding should just be now for fun. But one that I want to give a shout out, a plug is one that I'm trying to set up for kids. It's called Let Kids Code, LKC.
Nice.
So lkc.codes. So we'll share those links. You can put them on the. So that's still in the works. Trying to get, I want to get some interest from parents, see like those who might be interested and see. But we'll love to build it as a platform, not really as we'll start it as a service, but I know they will end up being a platform where other people who want to do the same things can use our platform to do it. So a learning platform for after school coding. Yeah. For kids.
That's amazing. That's amazing stuff. So guys, check it out. It's Let's Kid Code. Also, it's on Twitter. I see it's pretty new, right?
Yeah, very new. So we on Twitter.
Joined in February 2023.
Yes, we joined on Saturday.
Yeah.
So basically, it is like 2 days from after before this podcast. So it is like Let Kids Code. Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah.
It was inspired from Let My People Go from the Bible. So let code. Basically, that's what you're saying.
So there's something I wanted to mention before even we come to a close. And this is the first of the discussion because there are a couple of things that I feel you can even explore.
Yeah, we didn't talk about my other thing that I do. So now what I do on my day job, I'm lucky by that now I'm working fully on open source. Even in my current work. So my current work is open source on Kubernetes, all the Kubernetes things like Container D, all that kind of things, Windows containers. So it's really awesome space that I'm working on right now. That one you can come and talk and maybe another day.
True. Yeah.
And because we want to see whether we can also get more guys from the local community to join. To join.
Chief, anytime. Because also, from back in the day, I'm always passionate about open source, agile, and entrepreneurship. Because that also contributes to like a fully fledged, proper, tech person. So that would be really amazing. Do you think it's the right time we do open source conference in Kenya?
Yes, I don't think we have to wait for a lot. I think we have a number of guys contributing. Maybe IT should help us. We do a survey, just find out local contributors to open source. Yeah, that survey will be important.
Yeah. But AT is planning something big. We'll be able to be announcing it maybe before mid this year.
About open source?
No, about bringing techies together across Africa. Yeah, so that's something. But also open source, we feel like we'll be part of the open source this year, which happens in Nigeria.
The open source one,
the conference, because we
maybe we should go there speak about what we are doing also. Maybe we should go there. We can see. Actually, we might actually decide to if we get now it's a time when budgeting is really constrained, but I can talk to the guys if I can do a talk, even if it's those lightning talks online, live. It's okay. I see. I know that conference, but we might not go ourselves, but that's a very nice conference. So maybe it's high time also to do one in Kenya.
I'd
love to.
But also Nigeria is not that far from here, so you can self-sponsor. You're not doing that bad.
I could, but I could, but I don't want to for me, usually when I say I'm coming.
You're coming, for sure.
So
that's the way.
To lie to you,
So, Prof. Nandaa, thank you so much for creating out to us. Here we normally give parting shot for our listeners. What would be your parting shot?
Parting shot.
Especially to the techies.
To the techies, let's keep building. So my staff my mantra has always been like, talk less, do more. That's the thing. Talk less, do more. Of course, there's a point where we need to talk about what we've been doing. But I think it's much better to talk about what we've been doing. As much as opposed to talking about what you're going to do or what you'll have done.
Amazing stuff. That's Anthony Nandaa, or Prof. Nandaa if you want. Is a seasoned software engineer with over 10 years of industry experience.
Talking maybe 15, to say the truth. Coding at least 20 plus. Since my first line of code. So I was lucky.
Years.
I was lucky because I didn't go in high school. So at least, so we're talking of 2003. That's when I started coding. So.
Nice. And it's also, as he said, an open source contributor in a number of projects. How is your book, Open APIs? Is it Open APIs?
Right, it's called Building...
Beginning API development with Node.js.
With Node.js.
Yeah.
And no. Books, let me tell you the truth. You cannot make money from books per se, but what that book did to me was to help me like understand some things. Because when you write now, you're putting something like almost like cast to stone. So you don't just write like the way you write a blog where you can come and edit. So it helped me like go deep into understanding some bits of Node. So it was for me. That's what I gained from it. But in terms of money, nothing much, like, because books don't sell that much. Yeah. So, and then tech is, of course, we bootleg, as we said. So even if someone already wanted that book, they'll get it somewhere in bootleg form, which is okay. So, and now again, so the book is now a bit outdated. I wanted to do an update, but the publishers said they didn't see a reason to do an update for it again. Yeah, but I'm on to other things. So right now I'm more into distributed systems, containers. So one thing that I would like to write, I still love writing. So I'll do a lean pub where I'm self-publishing. So planning to do a lean pub on container internals. Container internals.
That would be so helpful. Linux. Yeah. And we want more writers who can share their knowledge over time. Yeah.
I'll also share my link on what we are writing on internals. So I'm sort of getting some like-minded guys. We're forming a collective of guys who just want to share knowledge on the internal systems. So the book is called, the site is called Kernel, but Kernel without the vowels. KRNL.2.
Nice.
TWO. TO, yeah. But I'll send you the links.
TO, okay.
Yeah, TO. KRNL.TO. So that's why we share all the stuff about internals, like low-level stuff. So if you're interested in that or just wanting to know, we just started. Our first blog should be going up like maybe... It's actually ready. We did it over the weekend, but it should be going out. We're just reviewing it, just so everything is good, and then we'll be getting out maybe on Tuesday. So basically, it's just a place to get like-minded guys who want to go into the low-level things.
Nice. That was wonderful, Anthony Nandaa.
Yeah.
And thank you so much for listening to us. This was Impactmasters Podcasts, Impactmasters Media, in collaboration with Africa's Talking Podcasts. Check out africastalking.com, and we're on all social medias. Let me just be a guy who asks you guys to subscribe. Please subscribe on all our websites, all our YouTube channel, and also on we are on podcasts, all podcast channels such as Apple, Spotify. We're on Google Podcasts and any other podcasts such as iTunes, TuneIn, FM. There are a couple of them. So your favorite one, just go and subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you so much. I'm your host, Michael Kimathi. See ya.